you can survive just because you just keep stunning them. So I'm going to head my way into a Season 5 level, which I shouldn't be able to do, because if you look at my levels there, my Silence is level 8, my John Riddle is level 16, but I think we're going to be okay, because we'll be able to protect ourselves by being stunning. What do you think?
I think that it's interesting. The game. It's really hard to balance a game where anyone can bring in almost a random collection of 100-something characters, and there are these fringe cases that you don't really want to design against, and you don't want to break the game trying to fix. So you just sort of let sit there. And I think the stun team is one of those fringe cases where, if you think about it too much, I should probably be designing against this in some way, but I don't want to because it's such a fringe case of loading up a team. So let people do it if they want to. I think it's a great idea for a team. I think it's
well, it's not. It has its drawbacks, because I don't know if it's. I don't know if this is deliberate or whether it was one of those things that's kind of lucked into. But most of the stun characters are red or black, and therefore it has. You have to go. You have to go duo color, and if you're going all stun, there's another disadvantage as well. It takes 5 turns to log up, but the main disadvantage is that most of the stun characters only actually stun one enemy rather than groups of enemies. So anytime you have a level where you're being attacked by, say, 3 Daleks and they're all tough, or 3 Christmas trees, it isn't actually very effective. It's just, it would be one of those things. It would be a very good custom team for a single strong enemy.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's I guess it's the sign of nicely balanced gameplay when it's not too overpowering even when you try. And the question about whether it was on purpose that they were mostly red and black, the answer to that is yeah, we've tried to keep certain abilities and skills out of certain colors just to make it feel a little bit different, like a blue team should feel a little bit different from a black team, because it can fundamentally do a couple of things they can't. But we've started getting complaints by email that certain teams are lacking some fundamental things, like, oh, it would be nice if there were at least a couple of people in this color who could do X or Y, or at least one healer in this area. So we're trying to diversify that a little bit away from what we had. But yeah, it is a design decision.
Cool. Well, it works nicely, because when I was putting this team together earlier, I was just having a little think about whether how it would work, and when I eventually put them all up, and this is actually all the stun characters, by the way. I didn't come across any other characters that have the stun ability. It's 3 blacks, 2 reds, and a blue. And I did think about maybe swapping out one of the characters to be a color change, but I thought, the whole point of this team of the week is to be stunners, so I'd leave it kind of just on the defaults as is. So I'm going to get cracking into this level, and you'll see me stunning. Would you like to begin the beginning of Lee's monologue while we do so? Oh, you know what we should do? Yeah. We should test the vote thing.
That's exactly what we should do. Yes, let's do that.
Our grand plan today is to let you guys choose the giveaway later on, and I've tried to code like this voting mechanism, and I don't know if it's going to work. I kind of finished coding it, but hadn't quite got around to testing it, and then Lee was kind of like, "Can we vote in the stream?" And I was like, "Maybe." So this is going to be our test one. Okay, so we're just going to see if the voting system kind of works. So I'm going to ask a question that we can vote on, and my question is going to be, how bad is the lag right now? Question mark. Option 1, Lee. What can we get any amusing things for the options here? Let's have pretty bad.
Don't make it amusing. That puts so much pressure that every choice you have to make for these has to be really funny. Let's do a functionality test, not a comedy test.
A functionality test? God, okay, fine, pretty bad. It's like watching a 1930s film. Made myself laugh, that's good. Photo story. No, hang on. We could need something to do with lagging.
You seem very calm for a guy whose child could be born by the end of this conversation.
Saw the opening credits. Well, that's not technically true. I think that I've just written opening children. Brilliant, thank you for that. Well, unless the process of birth has sped up, from my understanding, unless she's kind of starting right now, we shouldn't have a baby anytime soon. But who knows? Who knows? It could happen. Okay, let me open up this vote then. If this is going to work, let's hope it works. Voting is now open. How bad is the lag right now? Type !vote and the number to place your vote. Option 1, it's pretty bad. Option 2, it's like watching a 1930s film. And option 3, I just saw the opening credits. So, for example, if you would like to vote for It's Like a 1930s Film, you type !vote space 2. And so on. So vote 1, vote 2, and vote 3, and we'll have to see if this works. And it turns out I've got my test thing still on because I'm getting spammed with messages right now. But it's quite fun. It does seem to be picking up names, which is a positive thing. Wow, there's like the whole world is voting. It won't, if you vote more than once, by the way, it shouldn't pick that up, in theory.
Do you have to wait?
Wow, well, there's like... Sorry?
I was going to say, how many votes did you get? And should you sort of just, after minutes, just pick whoever's ahead? If there's a timer on it, does it time out?
There's not a timer on it. I could add that, or we could just do like a dramatic... Oh, I need a jingle.
You do,
with
you need
a
a countdown
Lee.
jingle. Yes, you do.
Oh, man. Or maybe just like steal the Thunderbirds opening credits. 5, 4, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see if that worked. I'm going to hit end vote. Okay, voting results are as follows. Pretty bad, 40 votes. It's like watching a 1930s film, 80 votes. I just saw the opening credits, 28 votes. I think that we can call that a successful test. Okay. That's pretty cool. That works.
Okay, so what do people want? Is it let's pick a character. Let's make a code for somebody that everyone gets today. What should it be? Should we cut it down by season? Is that a good way to start? Season 7, 6, or 5?
Well, we haven't actually told them what we're doing here, so why don't you explain what the grand plan is with the vote?
We should probably explain. Susan and I have a new toy. Normally, when we make these promo codes, you can type in the option screen. They're made at the developer, and there's a bit of a lag us getting these made. And they built us this great tool where we can make codes on the fly, on demand. So we can do things like, hey, everyone, vote on your favorite character that you want to give away this week, and we'll knock out a code for the number of people here, and we can just give away, very special case specific codes, on demand. So we thought it'd be fun to do to Twitch.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we decided it wasn't scary enough just having me attempt to stream to you on a Thursday night. We're going to attempt to stream to you. We're going to attempt to have interactive voting and attempt for Lee to create a code for you while rather drunk. Okay? So the whole idea is we're going to be choosing... oh, I got tweeted. Although someone's tweeted me wrong. It's like watching a 1980s film. Brilliant. That ruined the joke. Thank you, detective. What do you think film was like at the 1980s? So the idea is you guys are going to be choosing...
Wait a minute, that's probably what they think. They're like, we're old. There's somebody about 2 decades younger than us going, oh, those movies in the 80s, they were so slow.
Yeah, well, they were all black and white, weren't they? No, 1930s. Anyway, so the idea is that you guys are going to be able to choose who we give away towards the end of the stream. Ah, do you get what I did there? Who we give away? Who?
Oh, dear.
No? No? Okay, right. And so the idea is that you guys choose it. But rather than just kind of going, who should we have, we thought we'd kind of narrow it down. So first question is going to be, which season do you want this giveaway character or costume to come from? So if I will type in the question here, which season should the giveaway come from?
Everyone wants that goddamn dinosaur. I should address this dinosaur. What's happening with the dinosaur?
No, the dinosaur's hilarious. Don't ruin it.
Because I have an answer. Hey, there's something coming. I haven't even told you yet, Addy.
Don't ruin it. It should be my
of interesting.
It's my special. It's my special toy. Only I have the dinosaur. Leave me alone.
That dinosaur, only you will have. You're probably the only person in the world to have that specific dinosaur. But
hooray!
But I'll get to this later. Have you done the first vote? So I can monologue.
No, you started talking about dinosaurs. Okay, so which season should our giveaway be from? Open up the vote. Here we go. Voting is now open. Which season should it be from? Option 1, season 7. Option 2, season 6. Option 3, season 5. So you then have to do !vote and the number. So if you want, this is going to get confusing. If you want season 5, you have to do 3. If you want season 6, you have to do 2. And if you want season 7, you have to do 1. That's as clear as mud right there. Clear as mud.
I just realized I need some background music for my monologue. You know when they do like Thought of the Day on Radio 4 or wherever you find that, and it's nice gentle music in the background as somebody talks about,
Yeah.
you know,
Hang on. I can probably provide this for you. Hang on, just give me a second.
I need that, but it'll have to run for like an hour while I monologue through all this.
That's fine. This is, here we go. Maid with the Flaxen Hair is now playing.
The thing is, I can't hear. I'm listening to you over Skype. Anything could be playing, and I have no context. And you can make me sound ridiculous by playing, you know,
I would never.
Benny Hill music behind everything I say.
Just click on
constantly,
click the sound on the stream for a minute, and you can hear it.
I try to do that, but then I hear both. So I have you talking and you talk. Hearing you once is bad enough, Addy, and then having you echo from 30 seconds in the future or past as I'm trying to talk to one of you, it gets very confusing.
Well, at the moment, you've got Maid with the Flaxen Hair, which is a gentle classical piece of music, and you ranting about my voice. So you're not fitting the sound right now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
If I can't hear it, it's going to be slightly incongruous. Right, okay, can I talk about stuff?
Incongruous? Did you just slip the word incongruous into your conversation?
I'm going to talk about stuff. Because it's half an hour in. I got a lot of interesting stuff that people are going to freak out over when I say it.
Well, we haven't actually done the results of our vote. We need to do our first giveaway soon, actually. So you're going very slow with these giveaways, with these monologues.
What would people? We should have a vote whether people want a giveaway or me to go into my monologue about the next story I'm writing.
We can't vote on every single thing. Do you want me to like lean to the left or lean to the right? Do you want me to turn Lee's volume off or up or
you're
down?
starting to sound like a bit of a dictator. You know, we're not going to vote on net neutrality. We can't vote on everything, so we're just going to go with what I think.
Crap, did I press the wrong button? Oh, here we go. End vote. Right, the results were Season 7 got 6 votes. Season 6 got 7 votes. That's ironic. And Season 5 got 99 votes. So our giveaway is definitely coming from Season 5, Lee.
Okay, good. We should have the vote later for like male, female, or robot. Do we have any robots in 5? We probably do. Male, female, or alien, maybe.
Okay, cool. We'll save that decision for 10 minutes or so. We will do our first giveaway in about 5 minutes after Lee has done the first chapter of Lee's monologue. Lee,
I have such a massive list of things to go through. I have so much to go through. Okay,
that's all right. I've got lots of enemies to kill, so you just go for it, and I'll take these things.
I have 5 pages of stuff to go through, and we've currently gone through the first 5.
5 pages? How long do you think this stream is?
Well, I'd rather come over prepared than under prepared. And wait a minute, and we've gone through the first 4 lines of the 5 pages. That's how much stuff I've got to talk about, and I'm not kidding.
I wasn't
I'm just going to start talking over the top of everyone, whatever music you're playing. Okay, yakety sax. You should play yakety sax in the background constantly. Right, Humble Bundle. This week we went live on Humble Bundle. Susan spent weeks and weeks and weeks putting this together. It's a big deal. IDW did a deal. IDW used to make, or was just wrapping up the end of their comic book series based on the Doctor, and they gave Humble Bundle nearly all the back comics. It's amazing, and for nothing you can go to humblebundle.com now and get it's like 6 graphic novels worth of PDFs which cover a load of the 11th and 10th Doctor's adventures, and you get Doctor Who Legacy, and you get a code to unlock all the Doctors in Legacy. And what this means, and you can pick your own price. And you can have it all go to charity. So right now, any of you who don't have any Doctors unlocked, you should go to Humble Bundle, pay whatever you want, pay $1, pay whatever for all these amazing comic books, and a code for the Doctors, and you'll get a code and the comic books, and your life will be enriched. But we're using that, we don't make any money off it. We're using it as a way to get the game in front of more eyeballs. So we're really excited about how well that's doing. They're doing really, really well. A lot of people grabbing those bundles. And I strongly suggest it works on all platforms. Go there, sign up for the bundle, get the code, and use the code in the game to get all the Doctors. Or just have a code and give to your friends. Or whatever you want to do with it. But that's line number 6 on my big list of things to talk about. You really should do it. It's a great deal, and Humble's great, and the charities they support, you can tell them to give all the money to charity, and they support some really great charities. So I should probably type in the URL, shouldn't I?
It's humblebundle.com.
Oh, not that. That's Jumble Bundle.
That phrase again.
God.
Shall I add it to the... Shall I put it on the screen? I'll put it on the screen.
Jumble Bundle.
Add...
That's got to be some like...
Jumble.
What is Jumble? I don't know.
Bundle?
That's what happens when you have a bottle of scotch in front of you.
Humblebundle.com. There it is. That's exactly the look I was. No, God. You see, you've got the whiskey, and now it's contagious because at the moment I've got www. on the screen. I don't want www. There we go. www.humblebundle.com. I actually get a lot of my giveaway type stuff from the Humble Bundle, so I go there a lot. It's very, very cool. I normally split mine 50-50 between charity and developer because I do think the developers should get some stuff as well. So I kind of split it around, but it's good to be nice. Also,
right, Facebook beta.
Can I ask a little something before you continue your log?
Yeah.
I noticed that you guys have added. I'm just going to stun this guy that I'm doing. You've added little numbers when you stun, and it tells you the number of turns that he's stunned for, which is awesome.
Oh wait, that's in? We decided that like yesterday. Are you kidding?
It's in, but it doesn't count down. What would be? It's really useful, but it would be even more useful if it went 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think that's gone in by accident. I don't think that's supposed to be in there.
It's gone in by accident. Hey guys, glitch! Go play it now! Stun everyone! Sorry.
I am emailing myself right now to remember. Yeah, well, we talked. Yeah, they must have just gone live on accident. We are putting in a system so there's a bit more visibility in terms of enemy abilities, how long something's counting down for, and so on. And so on.
Maybe it was one of those things where they'd already put it in the game, and then they had a conversation with you and just made it think like it was your idea, and like you'd come up with it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a really good idea, Lee. Well done. We'll put that in."
I had no idea. They sent me an email. The team sent me an email like 48 hours ago, and with these new icons, like, "Oh, we're thinking of just counting it down." I was like, "Oh, that's great. Can you change the last one?" Because it used to say it was 1, 2, 3, or 4. I was like, "Change after 4 plus." And then if it's over 4, it can count down. It gives you. I don't want to do numbers and icons for like 100 turns, but 4 plus sounded right. And then I thought that would go in the next big patch, but it's obviously not. Obviously,
it's here, but it doesn't count down.
Okay,
so it's partially there, but it's good. I like it, and it's especially good with my team of the week, stunning team.
Yes, this is
that's right. I'm playing it again. I'm playing it again.
Oh,
they can't hear you. I'm playing the theme music. Okay. They can't hear you. They might be able to.
not the team of the week. You're not playing the team of the week.
Try the team of the week. Yeah, the team of the week. Try the team of the week.
This is far too long a piece of music.
I'm just going to play it repeatedly. Just anytime anyone says the word team, I'm just going to start it. I might even just start it again now.
You should have a thing where if anyone buys, you need another bit of music for when anyone buys a message that pops up on screen.
Oh, now I've discovered how to make my voice sound ridiculous in terms of vocals. I'm going to put everything to music. Speaking of my vocals, Susan was chatting to me. You asked me to do a little video for the Humble Bundle thing, which I'll talk about in a minute, or maybe you will in a minute. And I did it with my lovely new microphone effects, which I've been fiddling with for the last few weeks. And Susan, said she really liked the video. How's your sore throat? And I was like, oh no, that's just my bass effects that I put on the microphone, the ones that I add to try and sound.
We put this together, and suddenly it went all gravelly. We looked at each other like, wow, I didn't know he smoked. He must have just popped out in the middle of this and smoked a whole pack of cigarettes and popped back. We thought something was wrong with you.
It was my great. No, it's my voice. It's my voice effects where I try and sound, sexy and authoritative and deep and manly, not ill.
And how's that going for you?
Not very well, apparently. Not very well. To be fair, I did record it first thing in the morning, so it might possibly have been a little bit of morning everyone, Doctor Who Legacy. But I might then need to rethink the effects of every. The annoying thing is, you're not even the first person to mention it. I had someone on stream the other day who was kind of like, "Oh, sorry about your sore throat, Addy," and I was like, "What?"
Okay, I want to finish I have a big chunk of thing to talk about. I need a good 15 minutes of just space, so I'm going to leave that until after the code giveaway. But first of all,
okay.
First of all, Facebook beta. I asked Susan before we started talking. She told me with 99% confidence that we should have the game up and working as a Facebook beta by the end of the week. We've been talking to Facebook. They have this this sandbox mode where you can open the game up to a certain number of people, and then it doesn't, it turns off in-app purchases, and then it wipes everything automatically at the end. So we have a way to get this up and running very quickly. Now everything else is stable, and we're moving towards 2.2. It's time to get that up and running. So Facebook beta. Email support if you want to be in it. We already have a big list of people who want to be in it, and we want to get that up really, really quickly for people to play around with, because we want to get that live, because it's pretty good.
Right, we are. The Facebook beta is awesome. I've actually had a go at the Facebook version, and it feels like you're playing your iPad version. It's like it's the identical game, except of course you can play it on a PC, an iPad, and anything really. Like once it gets onto Facebook, it's just going to open it up to almost basically the planet. Like there must be like no one then that cannot actually play the game, which is great. We're just over half an hour in, so I think it's time for our first giveaway. Now I believe we said that for tonight's giveaways, we do a few of the Tenant costumes, which you can see on the far right hand side of the screen. But we're also going to start with a quick catch up Pertwee costume, which from last week. You have those codes, don't you?
I do. This is a very special costume. It'll never be in the game. It's only through codes. We gave a bunch away last week, and then only at our discretion, sort of code giveaways. But we have 5 we're going to give away today.
Okay, so if you missed the Pertwee costume last week, this doesn't come with a crystal. This is simply a catch-up giveaway, and this will probably be a one-off as well, or at least a one-off for a while. If you missed that Pertwee costume, this is your one chance to get it. This is not for added gold. This is just going to be you need to type a certain word, and if you would like to be in the running to get yourself one of these Pertwee costumes, you're simply going to type the word catch up, because that's what we're doing. We're catching up. One word, catch up. So start public raffle. A little bit of a sound effect and the word catch up. Did that work? I can't see I can't actually see the bot pasting that into the chat. Did that work?
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
You've broken it.
I've broken it. I have actually broken my own bot. How did I manage that? Let's have a look. Someone just type the word catch up and see if that works. Oh no, it is working. Yeah, it is working. It is working. Just Twitch must have just missed the thing. So you just got to say the word catch up. We're going to go to commercial, and we're back in 60 seconds. If you want a copy of that Pertwee costume, just type that word, and we'll pick 5 at random in a minute. If you've got the costume already, maybe step this one aside so other people can have a go. Hello, people. We're back. I've had a sip of water, Lee's had a sip of whatever, and I can see that lots of you guys have said the word catch up. You've got about a minute left to type the word catch up if you want to be in the running to get yourself the Pertwee costume from last week. If you got it last week, then you don't need to enter this giveaway. This is a one-off catch up for you guys. So, Lee, do you want to have another minute's monologue while we let people enter our little giveaway?
Yeah, because then everything stops, so I have to type these codes in, and I can never find the names. Right. It's horrible.
That's cool. I'll talk about my stunning team while you do that. Oh God, I almost got shot.
Okay. Where's my big list of things? Right. So last night. So, now in this new age of being able to talk to a community as we design games on the fly, this is the most immediate thing I could possibly do. Last night, Susan and I, we were just exhausted. We were wiped out. It's like 10 o'clock. Like, it's time to sleep. Must sleep. Body failing. You know, we can catch a few hours tonight instead of trying to stay up to watch, you know, Battlestar Galactica some more. Whatever we were going to watch last night. Game of Thrones. We must go to sleep. She said, and as we walk into towards the bedroom, she said, you know, we should really start planning the story for the 2.3 release of content. Because right now, in about a month's time, I think, 2.2 will come out, which I want to talk about later, which is built on the back of a dual color system we're adding to the game. We're going to revamp all the characters, rebalance them all, re-level them all, and doing a bunch of stuff, adding 10 more levels for characters. I'll talk about all that later. But that's 2.2. And now we need to start planning ahead of that. You know, we always have to be a couple of steps ahead. And she said last night, as we were exhausted on bed, hey, you should write this thing. And I don't work well like that because my brain starts to start thinking about things and then I can't go to sleep. So I was still up at 3 a.m. this morning writing this arc for the next piece of content for what will be 2.3. And I wanted to talk about that today. I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about what happened in the last 12 hours because I've come up with a decision and Susan and I have talked about it. Nobody else in the world knows about it. I haven't mentioned it to the BBC, but I think it's all going to be okay. But I have an arc, a new thing I want to do, a new pack of content that will come out a few weeks after 2.2. And I want to talk about that. But I want to give some context. This is happening now. It was written in a few hours ago before I got a few hours sleep. So it could change. But, you know, I think I really want people's opinion on this stuff as we start building this. So that's what I want to do next after these codes is talk about what the next chunk of story is going to be in the epilogue for Season 5.
Sounds good. So give us the exclusive. What's happened in the last 12 hours? Rock our world.
Do you want to do these codes first before? Because this is like I'm going to talk. Oh, half an hour.
You want to do like a big? You want to do a big like suspense thing? So like in a minute I'll tell you.
I don't want to, but we can either do codes now or we could do it in about 20 minutes when we stop talking.
Oh wow, it's going to be that long. Okay, I better work on my like permanent slight smile face while you're talking.
Maybe not that long, but it's going to be long. So should we do these codes first?
Okay, let's do it then. Well, let's close.
This will make more sense when I'm rambling later.
Okay, here we go then. So let's start the Untold Bowler. So oh dear, my Doctor Who is in front of my my little giveaway thing. Here we go. So 5 people are going to win this costume, and Lee's going to play the ever so exciting game of finding your name and sending you the message. And good luck to everyone that has won and or who has entered even. And of course, we can only have 5 winners. Here we go. Winner number 1 is Andy Oswind Pond. Wow, it's like a boy-girl lake winner. Also, Dare to Smile is also a winner. You can dare to smile now because you've just become a winner. Winner number 3 is in fact Gava002. How would I say that? Gava02. You are a winner. Well done. And number 4. Our winner is Hardkill 3. Do I deduce from that Hardkill 2 and Hardkill 1 have in fact been killed and it wasn't that hard, or in fact are they just 3 hard kills? Either way, you've won yourself a code. And lastly, leastly, and right at the end, we have Lee. No, we didn't. Okay. And lastly, Hovians rule. Yes, they do. Congratulations to all 5 of you. Lee will be sending you a code once he works out how to spell your names and things like that. So I will help him out by pasting the names through. Now, while he's doing that and preparing for the monologue of the century, I really need like a button that makes my like voice go really, really echoey. So when I say things like monologue of the century, it like goes century. I'll work on that for next week. Let me just paste these ones through. So what you should have seen of me playing the game here, I've now this level I'm playing has got kind of 2 big bosses. It had that kind of big dragony, swallowy time creature, and now this kind of vortex. Because there's just one all the time, I'm able to just keep stunning them. So all I've got to do is watch that little stun button, attack it. I don't have that much kind of power in this particular team, and but that's okay because it will stay alive. So you can see I've got the various characters are flashing. So I've got lots of stun charged. The stun icon has now disappeared, which means he's now awake. But straight away, before he can do anything, I've stunned him again. It's not perhaps the most kind of interesting play, but you know, if you've got a nasty creature staring at you and you can keep it kind of perpetually stunned, you can. I did struggle a bit on the first level. If you noticed, wave 1, my health was going a little bit low. That's because, and again, I think this is good balance by the team. The stun abilities take a little bit more time to kind of prepare than some of the other abilities. So I think it's like kind of 6 to 8 to kind of get them up and running, which does mean you are a little bit vulnerable. And this technique only kind of really works because I have so many stun characters there that I always going to have at least one stun available. I could probably take 1 or 2 stun characters out and the technique would still work, and that would then enable me to use another character. I actually got hit there because I wasn't concentrating, and I should have stunned him, but you can see how much health he took off me there, like half of my health in one shot. So if I wasn't stunning him, this team would probably be losing this fight, but because I am stunning him, then it just means that I'm awesome. How goes the code?
Should be done. Should be done, or I've messed it up. Either way, I'm going to start talking.
So, if you won, just check your Twitch messages, and you should get on. Okay, are we ready for the monologue? I'm ready for the monologue.
Okay, so I want to. This whole show should be considered spoilers. You know, sort of by definition of what it is. It's an open dialogue where, you know, you guys talk about what you love and hate about the game, and we talk about what we're trying to make or what we've just built. And all that comes together to make something better. So it's sort of spoiler heavy, but when we released the Season 6 epilogue and the Season 5 storyline, we got some really lovely emails from people who were playing this game, and when the first Doctor appeared on screen, they weren't expecting it, and they freaked out, and they just, you know, we get these emails. I was just staring at my screen for 4 minutes because I couldn't believe what you'd done, and it came out of nowhere. And the same with the Master. So there's sort of 2 levels of spoilers. There's everything about the game, and then there's really specific story stuff we don't talk about too often in advance, but this next bit's going to be really, really story heavy because of what our goals are for the next bit of content, and this will, you know, make more sense. But I'm giving you a warning: if you really want to hide away from the most spoilery bits of this, like which characters the next storyline is going to be based around, that sort of stuff, I would mute the sound for the next 5 minutes and just watch Addy's lovely glowing white head in the corner of the screen, and you know, and don't read the screen either as people, you know, discuss what we're talking about. Anyway, so here's your warning.
So get some paper and put it over various parts of the screen so you can't see the chat, just my face and maybe the screen. Okay.
So that's your warning. Leave now. But you know, we don't do this often. But it's I just don't need, all of you leave forever. No.
Congratulations, you've emptied the stream.
Okay, they've left now. People who care about spoilers have left. Okay, so the Season 5 epilogue, which, if you're new here, we'd be like, you know, we're trying to do a really big bunch of content, like Season 5, 60 new levels, and then a smaller one in between. So this one, you know, we did Season 5, and now we're doing the 2.2 patch, which adds the color system, which is coming in early. I didn't think that would be into the next big patch of content. But after that, we'll have a beat of story. It'll be a big pack of content. What I'm aiming for is something very different from the epilogue, and an evolution of what we can do with the game and what people expect with the game a little bit. So the Season 5 epilogue is tentatively being called The Hunt for the Brigadier. And I am open to anyone who has a much better name for what should essentially describe the Doctor and all his nearly all of his regenerations, hunting down in time and space the Brigadier and pulling him in because they need some military tactical help to take down the Toplafane, and the Doctor wants to hunt down the Brigadier. So if you have a better name for that, I'm more than.
What's the Brigadier's proper name? Lethbridge Stewart, isn't it?
It's longer than that, Alistair. And it's probably 5 vowels in it. It's not just. It's a long name.
It's like as military as you could go, isn't it?
So the pillars of the design for this new chunk of content is something. I want to try out something new, and the game has the rhythm of the game. There's a very specific cadence to the game. You know, you play some levels, and an episode from the show pops up, and there's some line. The levels slowly get longer over time. They get more difficult over time, and you know, there's a rhythm to the game that's very sort of standard. We haven't really done it on purpose. It's just fallen into this rhythm of you know, how long levels are versus how complex they are versus difficulty versus how much story. There's just a rhythm to the game, and I thought it'd be really interesting to try to break all that, just to go in and go, oh, this is all wrong. We're going to do something a little bit different now, and just do a little test, something like mid-20 levels long. That let us try to do something new. So I thought it would be really cool to try to break the rhythm of the game fundamentally, and that's the goal of this next bit of content, is to change to make it feel very different from how it's felt for the last bunch of hours.
Apparently, his full name is Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart. How about the cordon around Gordon?
So, one thing we want to do, and this is, I was just be politely ignoring you. It's something you said a bunch of times, Addy. The levels, what are the levels you really enjoy, or more than the other ones, are the shorter ones, the more complex ones, where you can go in and they're a bit harder, but you die early, but you don't have to play through 8 waves to get back to where you were. You could sort of, these boss fight levels, we really enjoy making too. And if you've played the expert levels, they're much more, they're sort of really aimed at that area. The idea that they're very complex, things happen, you have to understand the mechanics of the game, and they're really, really, really hard, the expert ones. And we want to try to take that methodology and make it a bit more casual and put it in a storyline where you'll come across these levels. They'll be more complex, but not necessarily harder. And there's a few things we want to do with balance I'll get to in a minute. But one thing we want to do is sort of shorter levels, loads more story, loads of story. Just 24 levels, a couple hours of gameplay where you're just grinding through story. That everything that's happened is story-based. There's no filler levels. It's the Doctor going on this quest to hunt down the Brigadier. And it's a little like a side during a story. It feels a little bit self-contained. But more complex, shorter, heavily story-driven fights is what we're going for. I also want to get a few more 100% drops in there, story-driven ones. In the season 6 epilogue, we had Captain Jack join as a storyline character, and at the end of this one, the Brigadier will be a 100% drop, and we'll join the story. But I want to get at least one more in.
Oh, you spoiled it! You just told us that we find the Brigadier. Boo!
Yeah, that was the twist. At the end, you actually don't find him, and then
at the end of it, it's just like,
game.
Oh, he wasn't here after all.
Oh, he's in another castle. Okay, bye.
That's what you should do at the end of like level 2 or 3, or find some like really annoying character that no one wants. What's that guy that was with the 5th Doctor, the teenager, the boy that everyone hated, and then he died?
Not Aldrich, is it? What?
Yeah, Aldrich. You should have everyone hunt for the Brigadier for like 3 hard levels, battle through a castle, and then fight Aldrich.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, sitting there.
How can I help
you for rescuing me? And have a communal like facepalm. And by the way, I'm now welded to your team or something like that. You have to pick me in every world. I'm really clever.
So Trikey, part of this story, I'm actually going to write a section of the story set in some dinosaur land, so we can have Trikey drop in some sort of context. Because what happened? I don't know if Susan explained what happened. Was when we started going through and trying to find any allies we had drawn, but we didn't have the rights to use. We were going through our dinosaurs. We're like, oh, we could have a dinosaur because there was that Triceratops, Trikey from the episode Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, who he becomes a part of the team. He's definitely on the side of the Doctor and Brian Williams.
To be fair, they throw a ball and he follows it. I'm not sure we can call that a definite political decision of allegiance.
Well, he didn't attack them. I'm taking that. I try to get as much fun stuff in this game as possible. I spend all my days arguing the finer points of Doctor Who canon with people who know much more about Doctor Who than me. So I want to get. But the problem is, we thought we had Trikey drawn. We didn't. We had every other dinosaur from that episode except Trikey, for some reason. So when the artist, we went to put the stuff in the game, they put in the dinosaur they thought it was, but it wasn't the right dinosaur. We hadn't drawn Trikey, so I want to get Trikey drawn and get him in the game for as part of this. And anything, it'll also be a place for anything we add to the game now. If anyone has a question of, when is this coming to the game? Like maybe there's a fan area character who hasn't been added to the game yet. Anything like that will probably be all rolled together in this content pack when it comes out just after 2.2. So we'll take everything we're drawing now, we'll build this cool storyline centered around the hunting down the Brigadier, loads of story, we'll put it all together. We're going to choose. Another thing I want to try differently, I don't want an escalating difficulty level through this. I thought it'd be really fun just to have this beat in the story, this chunk of levels where the difficulty doesn't really advance that much. Instead of having it feel like the last quarter of season 5 where difficulty keeps ramping, we would pick somewhere that is we feel is good for where the content is at the time and say, okay, this whole area is now that same difficulty, just more complex, more complexity in our ability design, less just numbers going up. As we try to level off the difficulty curve a little bit, and that's going to happen.
So the difficulty would come more from the strategic choices rather than the level you have to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to try to level that curve off a little bit. To try to taper it down a little bit. And we thought if we picked a level in season 5, this will have to happen after 2.2 comes out. We have another 10 levels being added to all the characters, and they become dual colored, which fundamentally changes the game. And we need to take that into account before we pick an area and say, okay, we're going to stick at this difficulty, or we'll be round this area and we'll just make it more complex. It won't be anywhere near as challenging. We still need to taper down the end of season 5 because it's still too challenging there, but we are working through it, knocking it down a little bit to make it a bit more manageable. But as one of the pillars of this design, we want to remove that difficulty equation as much as possible and just have a nice. You can see we wanted to sit down and play through these 24 levels in a few hours and feel like you've had this great story, and it hasn't been a grind through it. It's been something very accessible, challenging, but not ridiculous, and just a fun story-driven thing, and make it feel a bit different to the rest, and see how it gets reacted to by the community. So that's the last 12 hours of design and stuff I'll be writing for the next week. And
it sounds awesome. It sounds like a lovely gameplay tweak with some great little kind of plot lines of a very famous Brigadier style character. How about no idea about the Brigadier?
You know what you need? You need like chirping sounds.
Oh, I don't need chirping. It's not my fault.
The drum.
No, I just think that it's not my fault that Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart is not the most easy rhymable. It's not like his name's like Matt Smith, is it? Or it's quite a tricky thing to find rhymes with.
That's true.
Right, we need to do the next round of our vote. So it's going to be a giveaway from season 5. And so was it male, female, or alien? Is the question, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's helps narrow it down a little bit. It's like that game.
So
name who's behind the door? Is he wearing glasses?
Exactly. Does he have a beard? Does he have a hat? So name a species: male, female. Obviously, I have just described female as a species, but I'm okay with it. Or alien. What would you like for your giveaway of the end of tonight's stream? Name a species: male, female, or alien. While I'm mentioning this, for those of you that are also aware, me and Clary will be opening Steve-O's gift for the baby at about between 9:30 and 9:45. So we're going to do that as well. And as Lee sits there awkwardly and listens to us talk about baby stuff. So let's start the vote. Name a species. Option 1, male. Option 2, female. Option 3, alien. Isn't there things like the Tardis and stuff in there? Like, what would that go under?
I guess
it's alien. It's
not
non-human. Although technically, of course, the Doctor is not human either. Tricky. Oh, I'm actually doing a time attack. Well, that's screwed that up, really, hasn't it?
Okay, I'm going to keep talking. Right, so that's the plan. So the plan right now is...
Oh, hang on. No, we actually need to go for a quick advert, so we'll be back in 60. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm doing really well on this time attack, so everything's fine. This is your last chance to vote for our giveaway at the end of the stream. Option 1 is male, option 2 is female, and option 3 is alien. And you vote by typing !vote, and then you put a little the number of your choice at the end. You see. I can't be the only person that has a Brigadier-related pun. You never like my puns.
No, I don't.
But say what you say, how you really feel.
Okay.
Don't hold back. Don't think about my feelings. That's fine.
What would you like to do next? Shall I keep talking? Because I have a lot of stuff. Believe it or not, I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Or we could discuss. We could discuss this story change stuff. This 2.3.
No, we know you have a lot to talk about. I mean, I'm assuming the first 2 pages of your list of things to talk about is actually how much you've got to talk about, because that seems to have taken most of our time.
First 2 pages is a list of different scotches I should have today. That's the first.
But yes. Paragraph 1, sit comfortably. Paragraph 2,
smoking jacket.
Put hand on glass. Yes. Oh, smoking jacket. We need a Doctor Who adipose logoed smoking jacket. I'll ask Clara to put one in the store. Have you checked out our new website yet, by the way?
I did. I thought it was pretty awesome, and everyone should check it out.
Thank you.
Pretty awesome.
You and Susan need to send us your little poses, by the way.
We have discussed it. I was thinking I would be one of the doctors, and she would be one of the major female companions. We thought that would be quite cute.
That is very, very cute. Are you going to be cheeky and like hire your international artists to draw your little pose?
Actually, I think I should have this
to like put everyone else to shame.
We're doing it in crayon. He's a better drawer than
I might draw yours for you and be like, yeah, Lee did this. But he was a little bit drunk, which is why all the lines are shaky. Right, let's see what our people want. The results are in. Male 19 votes, female 45 votes, and alien by a clear majority is 114 votes. So I think you need now to look through the season 5 characters and work out which characters that applies to.
I wonder if Arthur's here, our amazing community guy.
Oh, I'm sure Arthur will be here.
I'm sure Arthur could just list off all the season 5 non-male or female aliens.
Arthur, would you mind listing off? He must be there. Yeah, Arthur's here. Arthur, could you list off the alien, what would be the potential options here, and then we'll think of another question. By the way, our next giveaway, which is coming up in about 5 minutes, is going to be that Tenant costume right there. Lee, do you want to just skip ahead in your chat for a little bit, and you can always come back, but like, where did that Tenant costume come from, and why is it special and unique, and things like that?
Yeah, so there's this official David Tennant fan club on Facebook, and full of awesome guys who love David Tennant, and we started talking to them, after we launched the game, and we said, wouldn't it be cool if your fans, these really hardcore David Tennant fans, got to choose the next 10th Doctor's outfit for the game? And he said, yeah, we should do that. So they ran a vote on a Facebook page to try to...
A vote?
Well, I don't know. They took... Somehow. I wasn't... I let them do it. Like, go, come back with a name. Come back with some reference art for how you want David Tennant to look. And he did. They
a boat? They have a David Tennant boat?
Not boat. Vote.
Oh, vote?
Yes, the David Tennant community en masse chipped in together and bought a boat.
The thing is, you know what Whovians are like.
What are those two things happened? And they got I don't know what it could have been a boat. They got back to me with they said, we want this outfit, and we're like, that's awesome. We'll have Pest, who's our lead character artist, draw it, and we'll take it to the BBC and we'll get it signed off on, and then you can give it away, and when you've given it away, we'll give it away on our Twitch show. So earlier in the week, we gave them a stack of. They asked for like 500 codes, so we gave them 500 codes, and they were gone in 20. I think they said 22 minutes. They all went. So
it was. There were people in the chat here that were like, "I'm waiting for my code. I didn't get a code. Oh, I didn't get a code."
So we sent them as soon as they sent us an email saying they all went. We sent them another 1,500 to give away because we felt really bad. I didn't know how many they wanted. They didn't know how many they needed. Anyway, so that's the plan. Was they give it away first, which they've done, and then we'd give a bunch away on Twitch, and then at some point it'll be added to the game. I don't know when. We have to sort of sit down. Susan have to sit down and decide where these things are going, because we have a few new characters coming. We have Ace. Oh, you have the Ace art. Have we shown that yet?
We have not. I was saving that for a moment later where I could rub my thighs.
Okay, we'll keep that for that, whatever that is, that moment. but we have Ace drawn. It looks great. We have we have this amazing. We have a lot of art. I'm just going to tease everyone. We have the 9th Doctor in the War Doctor's outfit, which has been I think that's been approved. That's awesome. I think Ace's work is work in progress, but that one's been signed off. And all this really cool
the
stuff.
9th Doctor in the War, but that's never happened. How on earth did you get that approved?
It did happen.
It did not happen.
He walked into his TARDIS, he looked up, and he started to regenerate, and you saw the outline of someone who's looked sort of like the 9th Doctor. And
you saw like an eyeball that was possibly Eccleston's.
It was as heavily implied as you could get without actually seeing it. But the next frame of that show would have been the bit of art we just created. I don't think you could argue against it.
If you're gonna do this accurately, it needs to be the 9th Doctor with slightly Eccleston-like eyeballs. Like just photoshopped on, because that's basically what they did.
He would look like in Roger Rabbit, you know, at the end when Thingy turns half cartoon and his eyes start popping out. It looks like
yes, yeah, that's what it would look like, and yeah.
So we have a bunch of new stuff coming in, and we're trying to work out where that should go. You know, a load of it we're going to give away, and some goes in the fan area, but we're going to start stockpiling that now to go in this big chunk of content that comes out. It'll come out after 2.2. As well as, you know, and if it doesn't come out before then, that's where it's going to be. You know, if we put everything in the game now, we'll have nothing for that content. So we're going to hold on to Ace and make it a bit of a story beat in there, maybe, and do that. But that's the plan right now.
I would show the art now, but I'm in a time attack, and we know how this goes well when I do that. So, well, this is a surprisingly generous time attack now. I've been going for quite a while on this one without dying.
And so alongside that, I'm still Gwen. Someone said Gwen Cooper in the making. I believe Susan's not here and she handles all the legal, but I believe Gwen Cooper, the actress, signed off on being in the game. I believe, and we haven't done the art yet. So that'll be cool. We just need to get that drawn. So alongside that is the rebuild of the fan area, which I still want to do, but I'm waiting. I'm really hoping that we can do something with Big Finish. So that's holding me back a little bit. But I think the fan area should be done. You know, we should do it properly. We should do it as best we can and do something really, really cool. So that's sort of just wait. I'm just waiting on other people to get back to me. 4th Dr. Lee. Someone just said I'm just I've gone from reading down my list to going through and just answering questions because I was starting to read the text. The 5th. What we'll probably do is the 5th Doctor's coming soon, and he'll drop in the epilogue. We'll put him in there too. So there'll be a bunch of stuff. It'll be a really fun few hours of story-driven, you know, with loads of new characters dropping. See how it feels. Yeah, you know, see how that gameplay fits the game. You got all quiet, which means you're in the middle of dying.
I've got 111 seconds left. I'm listening. It all sounds great. I'm loving it. I'm determined not to die on stream for the 17th time. I just feel that would be an unlucky number to die on stream.
So this week, what's coming this week? I'm way in the future. This week we added some more perks to the perk system. There's one brand new perk which came in, which is if you match 10 gems of a certain color, you get a 10% damage increase, which is a lot of fun. We added a second debuff resistance, because as you get further in the game, you really want to be able to debuff against a couple of resistances. So we added that to the stuff.
Yeah, that one's really expensive. Like I've got like loads and loads of characters, and I don't have that one. We got emails from people just saying, can you put in some really high value star stuff? Because there's people who have leveled up, collected every character, and leveled up every single character to max. So these are. It's a good idea. I'm not complaining. I was just surprised.
So they're high, and well, we're trying to balance it. At the very low end, we actually added the technical enhancement perk, which is in the S column. We really wanted to get it in the core game, which means moving it to the star system. Because the technical, as you know, as you play the game with the technical enhanced stuff turned on, it feels different because you alter the fundamental core loop of this game. You evaluate the board.
Just like I'm doing now, I've done a little X on the screen, which will give me plus 30%, probably. Hooray! Hooray! Victory in TheAdipose!
So the technical enhance, a tier of that has been put in at 40 stars, and then another one at the high end. So we're trying to fish out the perk system a little bit. So that went in this week, which was a nice thing. That's not bad for a weekly update, is it? We're really trying to get a lot of content in there. I think that's
not bad.
Plus everything else.
It's amazing the amount of stuff you've 6 months into a game and you've still got loads and loads of stuff coming out. I think it's time. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, as I said before, the game was designed to be built like this, to be extendable forever. So this is really just proof of what we, built last summer. Which is quite nice that it works.
It does, absolutely. It's time for our Tenant costume giveaway. This is the one that obviously Lee has just been talking about that was picked by the Tenant fan club. We're going to be giving away 10 of these, which means Lee has the ever exciting job of messaging 10 of you.
I hate you.
Your codes. No, this was Susan's suggestion, not mine.
Well, I hate her too. She's escaped outwards away from this. I have to sit here. As long as you text me, I can do this. I will not. I will
do so. But we'll open it up first of all, and if anyone's actually worked out who the giveaway is between, then do let us know that as well. For this Tenant costume, well, I suppose it better be the word Tenant, really. Is Tenant A-N-T or E-N-T? It's A-N-T, isn't it?
Yes.
There we go. Oh no, that's not right. So, if you would like to win yourself a this brand new Tenant costume, just say the word Tenant. Simple as that. Nothing before it, nothing after it. No kind of sentences, no punctuation. But also, you must be following the channel. If you're not following the channel, the bot won't pick you, and that goes for any giveaways that we ever have on this on this particular channel. So you need to say Tenant. While we're doing that, shall we show them the ace art?
We should absolutely do that. Sorry, I'm just reading all the tweets people are tweeting out of weird things you and I have said.
What have we said? Let's have a look.
It's okay, you'll have a nice surprise later. Let's have a look at the art. Yeah, that's a great idea.
You've gone quiet. Are you about to die? Addy mistakes Lee for boats instead of votes, not boats, votes. 51 notifications? 51? Wow. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I don't think I've ever had so many notifications. I mean, I'm sure most of it is kind of like, why did Addy die again? And why did he mysteriously have more time after the commercial break than he did before the commercial break? Things like that, which no one seems to have picked up on. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm showing off some ace art. Right, let's go over here then. You gotta try the team of the week. Whoops, I just played the beginning of the Team of the Week video, but I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. What am I doing? I'm going to get the ace art, which is in here, which is in there. Oh, by the way, I need to shoot you in the head a little bit as well, because I have spent many hours chopping out your blimmin' pictures for my like YouTube thumbnails to get like a nice outline of various things, because I didn't think there were any transparent thumbnails, and then last night you sent me like the entire bunch.
That's because you asked for them. You asked for them.
Well, yeah, I didn't know they existed. I didn't know they also, and then Susan gave me the rest, and I was like, oh my god, do you know how much time I've spent just chopping around the top of John Hurt's head? Do you know how complicated John Hurt's haircut is when you try and chop around it on Photoshop? It's not easy. What's
the chance that the only assets we have for our in-game stuff have a background on them and aren't layered and transparent in some way? Somewhere?
Pretty small. But I forgot to ask, and you didn't suggest it. Anyway, Ace is on the screen. Susan asked me to strongly, what's the phrase? To say that this is the first draft, so it could change.
Yeah, this is definitely I will say that many times. It's a work in progress of Ace.
my wife's Clary's response when she saw it was, "Is that a boy?" To which I responded with, "You sinner! How dare you? Ace is the most beautiful assistant in the history of everything." And then she had a massive go at me about, telling your pregnant wife that someone else is the most best looking assistant in the history of everything. So I generally got myself in trouble here. So I haven't actually. I need to zoom in on this one and actually kind of see how male it looks. But no, it's not a boy. It's Ace. Damn it. So what do we think? Oh, look, lots of people are saying fantastic. Oh, Brett has actually said that's a boy. Brilliant. So maybe you need to have a word with the artist about the feminineness.
Well, to be honest, Ace, in terms of how
she was kind of a tomboy, wasn't she?
Well, yeah. In that, viewed in that light, compared to every other female companion of the Doctor, she's pretty much up there with just being, like a tomboy, very much so. Compared to, I'm not going to start a huge debate now which female characters are more tomboyish than others, but yeah. I think it's valid saying.
But I love the harpoon. Is that from an episode?
The harpoon. The harpoon.
Isn't she holding a harpoon?
Isn't she holding a rocket launcher? What artist has Susan sent you? Is it like, you know what's in my mind? It's like 007 in the 70s, underwater with this car with a harpoon, you know, floating around under the.
If it's not a harpoon, I don't understand why it's got a big like bit like a leather belt attached to it. Oh, maybe that's like the safety. If that's the safety, that's like the world's biggest safety.
Anyway, that's Ace. You know what we should skip to? The 9th Doctor in the War Doctor outfit, since we're doing costumes and outfits.
Oh, that's that. Oh, I didn't actually open that because I thought she just sent me another like copy of the War Doctor and got confused. Oh, I see. But that never happened.
Wait,
that's
you're not allowed
cheating.
to laugh. Wait, laughing is not the appropriate response to seeing what nearly made me cry how beautiful this piece of art is.
It's cheating. It never happened.
It's not cheating. It's in canon. God damn it! We're going to do a series of these where we want to do transition costumes for everyone, especially 9th because he has what? One look and slightly different color t-shirts, and he needed something unique. And I thought this was beautiful, so we drew it.
There's different looks. Then there's like kind of going, well, what about that time the 9th Doctor wore the the Mr. Blobby costume? Did he ever wear that? No, but we saw his eyes in the Mr. Blobby costume, and therefore it's fine.
I think,
but it does. It is a lovely piece of art. I'm not. The art itself is great, and the fact that he's still got the old sonic screwdriver as well is very, very cool. But you're right. He doesn't. He never. I'm trying to think of what he does change. He changes his t-shirt. He goes from like green to purple to black, brown. He vaguely changes his t-shirt, and that's about it. Isn't it?
we'll do a set of his costume. That's really subtle. I think we'll get that done as well. But we wanted to do a few big, things you haven't really seen before that we could do, like the 9th Doctor in War Doctor costume was a pretty awesome thing to be able to do.
It is very cool. And regeneration costumes, I'm sure, would be very, very popular because it is a cool idea. And most of them have one.
Yeah. That's the interesting thing, though. You can get close to, as in the same way as the War Doctor regeneration. You don't have to really show it all the way through. You can get close enough, and it's so heavily implied that the next thing that would happen is, he doesn't just spontaneously change costume. Even if he just ran off screen and changed it to something else, there's a moment where he was wearing that. So it's nice to get that in there.
Yeah, it must have happened. I think Moffat commented on this the other day. I think I was reading because me and Clara were freeze framing. I'm sure many of you in the chat did the same thing at that regeneration moment after you watched the episode, going back and freeze framing it to see if you see Eccleston's face, and you don't, but you just about see the eyes. And me and Clara were having a big like, was that his eyes or whatever? And there's definitely a change that happens to the eyes, but it's not enough to say it's Eccleston. And I think Moffat said that obviously because Eccleston obviously has issues now with Who. He said he didn't want to be in the show, and so Moffat said they were going to respect his wishes. So that they said they went as far as they could without feeling they had broken his wish. Basically,
if I was Moffat, do you know whose eyes I would have used for that regeneration scene? I would have totally.
Paul McGann.
I would have used my own. I would have just got me into the canon, like just me smiling at the camera for one frame, looking ridiculous as the War Doctor.
That would be cool. Maybe just like for one frame, you like would just like so only the diehard Who's who go like frame by frame would suddenly go, hang on a minute, that's Lee's eyes. I might have gone for like some like really absurd eyes in there or something, like K9's eyes or something. And
I was to be honest, I was really shocked when Susan told me that we were able to get the 9th Doctor in a game, that he had signed off. It was really, I had hoped and hoped and hoped and hoped it would happen, but I wasn't, considering the history, I wasn't sure that it would.
He has appeared in other games, I believe, so he obviously has certain things that he's willing to do and other things that he's not willing to do. But let's just be grateful that he did this.
Forever grateful.
Whenever he gets asked about Doctor Who in interviews, he's quite hostile. Which is a shame. Which is a shame because obviously I don't. We only kind of know little kind of scraps of why he's so irritated with Who, but he certainly is.
Do I need to start sending these codes out now? Is my time to start typing again?
We should probably draw that raffle. Yes, indeed. Right. Oh, in fact, we went all deep and meaningful then. Right. So let's close that raffle. We'll start the tombola. So we got 10 coming through. Here we go. Or we could do, yes, let's got the WAD done. Arthur, whoever else, has anyone worked out what our options are for giving away for the alien of our last giveaway yet? So here we go. Our 10 winners in no particular order are.
Oh yeah!
Firehawk 73. Congratulations to you.
Oh yeah!
Arthur Lee, there you are. 1812. Congratulations, you have yourself a code as well.
Oh yeah!
Alfrigi, you are getting yourself a code.
Oh yeah!
J-Rod Livewire 06, you have also got yourself a code. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's our 5th Cigar Gent. You may now light another cigar because you've just got yourself the Tenant long-coated costume. That's our first 5. Let me just paste those over to the beautiful Lee. And he can then start sending those out. Here is our next 5.
Oh yeah!
T Beckett 98. Remember, of course, you need to be following the channel, or the bot will not pick you. It does a little check. In fact, the thing that I actually pasted over to Lee says actually blah 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 name is a follower, so, or is not. If it says he's not a follower, just pick someone else. So do check it. It looks like we've got one of those nice spammers in the channel as well. It's always nice to see. If one of the mods could ready aim fire at them, that would be great. It's our 7th winner. Sorry, is Dad Dreistel. Our 8th winner is. Oh, it just found 2 people that were not followers. It found 2 people that were not followers and skipped them and gave it to Duke Kenny or Dew Kenny. So well done to you. Let me just paste these ones over. So that's 6, 7, 8, and that's 9. So we only have 1 winner left. Cross your fingers, everyone, because it could be you. If you are lucky. Our 10th and final winner for tonight is.
Oh yeah!
DWS Jat W9763. That's got to be the winner for not only a Tenant costume, but also catchiest nickname of the night. Congratulations to DWS Jat W9763. You are a winner. And Lee will now go quiet for a little bit as he pastes those off. While he's doing that, why don't we, boys and girls, come over here and check out those new perks that Lee was mentioning. If we just head into the perks section there, you should see that, you know, the new symbols there. You can see it says new. And what have we got? So we've got this one here, extra debuff resistance. This is one in perk 2, and this is the one I haven't got yet. I still need another 36 stars to get this one. Now remember, you get stars in 2 methods. Method number 1, you unlock characters. Method number 2, you level up the characters that you have already got. So it looks like you would need almost every character and almost every character leveled up to a pretty high level to get that perk. In fact, I might suggest that you probably would have beaten most of the game to get that perk, which therefore would require you not needing the perk. But then you can go back to those early levels and just generally be godly and be like, Dalek, Cyberman, everyone else. And also in here, perk 1, we have. This is the other one which Lee was saying was at the other end, so a very, very cheap perk, a technical enhanced. If we have a little look in there, let's see what we can get. As I try and click on it. Click! Yes. Oh, it increases damage by 5%, so it's a slightly less powerful version of the one you get in the S perks, but I assume then those 2 things will kind of build on each other, and that's very, very cool. And again, you have the option there of either putting all of your combos into one particular shape, or you can make it so that all the shapes give you a little bit of extra bonus, just generally kind of making you a little bit more powerful, which is very cool. So those are our brand new perks. I don't think there's any other new bits and bobs around. Thank you very much to the new followers, by the way, that are popping up on the screen. I really appreciate your support. While Lee is finishing off what he is doing, can I just also... A few little announcements, though, I'm sure you guys may have heard of. Firstly, mine and Clary's website is now up, TheAdiposeTV.com. TheAdiposeTV.com. You can go over there and check out all kinds of updates. There's some Doctor Who Legacy stuff there. There's some of our other stream stuff there. And there's a biography page for people in the posse. To be in the posse, basically you have to watch a load of me kind of doing the live streams, and you can buy yourself using the using the Addy Gold, which you've been earning all stream, a slot on the page. I'll link you directly to the page there, the Adipose TV. In fact, I could probably, just make sure I haven't got anything embarrassing on the screen, if I just take you across to my little desktop here, you can see, the kind of posse page here, and you can see here we've got some of the people I play with, Mr. Pix and Kren, and we've also got the mods, his Spellcaster, Laura, there's Hughes's, and then this is you guys, this is you guys, and some of these went up yesterday, and so all of the images are like poses, meaning they're all kind of the same kind of species, but you can see this wonderful customization, and I haven't seen some of these actually because Clary put them up earlier. Steve-O's one is Australian, Matthias's is cars, and Matthias's hair and glasses, and oh my god, Man Harris with the box has got some scary eyes on a Cyberman, and Brettis in fact is a lettuce. Brettis is a lettuce indeed, which is very 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 cool. So let's take us back across to the stream. Right, Lee's telling me I sent 9. How are we doing, Lee? You all right?
Yeah, I believe you sent 9 to somebody who wasn't a follower. I'm missing 1, which could be fun to get to the bottom of.
Oh, God. Did I send you the one that's unpronounceable?
I don't know. Can you pronounce it? Or send it to me?
Dwizjat9763.
Yes.
Duke Kenny.
Yes.
Hang on, so the 10 were... there's Firehawk, Arthur, Alfredji, Jod Livewire 06, Cigar Gent, T. Beckett. Did I miss one?
I think so.
Duke Kenny, Did I miss one? Maybe I've missed one.
I think you've missed one.
So you've sent out 9?
I sent out 9, yeah.
Well, this is very, very exciting. I get to pick another winner. This could be your lucky day, peoples. Unless, of course, I have actually just missed someone out, in which case it's someone's very unlucky day because they're not going to win something. There we go. This is our final winner of this bonus tenant costume, and it is... Pamphmus! Congratulations, Pamphmus, who is a follower and now is also a winner. I will paste that over to you right there. The other little announcement I've got while Lee is sending that off is my Saturday night show for the last about 6 months or so has been Simpsons Tapped Out. But alas, all good things must come to an end, and it'll be the last Simpsons Tapped Out show this Saturday. And it'd be great if you guys came along to say goodbye to that if you've enjoyed those in the past. So please do come along and enjoy that. But after that stream series finishes, and obviously this is all baby pose depending, me and Clara at the moment are proposing to do a Doctor Who stream on Saturdays. Now, right, this is a Doctor Who Legacy stream, and that will be a Doctor Who stream, and I was chatting about to Lee and Susan about this earlier in the week, and it will sometimes be a Legacy stream when these guys are available. It will also sometimes be a Doctor Who adventure game stream. It will also sometimes be a Doctor Who Say What You See stream. There's various other Doctor Who games we play. The idea is we'll also kind of put in lots of kind of Doctor Who chat episode reviews. Maybe even try and do like a roundtable style thing to get some of you guys onto the chat as well, and kind of just talk about various episodes or issues and things like that. But it'll be a kind of an hour-long show on a Saturday night, which hopefully will be available. So our friends in America, if you're currently watching during a lunch hour, if it's on a Saturday, you might be able to get to it a bit more kind of regularly. And so that's the proposal at the moment. So that it will be a Doctor Who related show that will sometimes be this game, sometimes be other games, but hopefully will always be awesome. I hope you like the idea, and I hope you come along. So it's the Tapped Out one is this week, and then we're proposing that the Doctor Who stream would then start the week after that. Do you love the idea, Lee?
I do love the idea. I think more Doctor Who anything is awesome. I think you should totally do that.
But we're looking forward to it. I'll have to look in how we get kind of other people onto the stream to like chat and stuff and things like that. But hopefully it'll be very, very cool. So Lee, what else did you want to tell us about?
We have to try to nail down which code we're going to make. As soon as I decide to try to make a code and accidentally unlock everything in the game for everybody, because I'll mess up whatever tool they've built for me to use. But we should nail this down. Did Arthur ever make a list? Because we have to try to dig up.
I think I saw someone say something about it's the dinosaur or it's the TARDIS. But I didn't spot that. I don't know if that is true.
You know, I have the official drop list in front of me. Maybe we should pick 3 of these since your system handles 3, and we'll choose 3.
Okay. Okay. So just to confirm as well, is this going to be a giveaway? We're going to be giving away, say, 5, or is it something where we're going to do a code that like means everyone in the chat gets it? What kind of code is this going to be?
Yeah. I thought we'd do a code that runs till like midnight, and it's for a few times how many people are here, so everyone definitely gets it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, there's about 350 people watching, so if it works 350 times, then that means everyone will get it.
Awesome. We will make it.
That's an awesome.
We'll
awesome.
make it way
so,
above there. We'll do a few thousand to make sure everyone gets it, even if they can't get the machines.
Just a few thousand. Just a few thousand.
But for some reason,
what are the options? Oh, hang on, Arthur Lee. Oh, hang on, Arthur's done a list here. It's silent priest, black, blue, green, red, yellow. I assume that means also the various silences. We've got a green adipose, buzzer. Who's buzzer?
Buzzer, one of the gangers.
Aren't they human? Miranda Cleaves.
Well, the flesh clones aren't, no.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Wicks, Ganger, Ood, Sigma, and the TARDIS so that's quite a few options though. We probably need to narrow that down.
Does the TARDIS drop in Season 5 and the fan era? I can remember if we did 2 different versions or just the fan era TARDIS. I have to look at that. I guess it drops in 5 somewhere. We have so many things that drop all over the place. Why don't you cut it down? Do we want the silent or something else? Silent or flesh or something else? Doesn't that cut a third?
Well, why don't we do 1 silent, 1 flesh, and the TARDIS, and then people can choose between those.
Sure.
And that covers some more categories. So let's say silent priest. I mean, I demonstrated the blue one earlier, so let's go for silent blue, as that was also part of our stream. The buzzer. Should we go for that one? Because that one sounds a bit kind of more unusual. Is that one of the gangers? Is this all right with you?
Yeah. You guys. It shouldn't have anything to do with me. You guys decide. Whatever you think. Whatever people want.
And the TARDIS. So who do you want? So your option. So let's start this little vote up. Who do you want? You can have the blue silent. You can have the buzzer, which is one of the gangers, and you can have, or you can have the TARDIS. And whichever one you pick, Lee is going to make a wonderful code that's going to work for a whole bunch of you. We're going to head off to our last commercial break, and we will see you in 60 seconds. Right, Lee, I believe you wanted to scold the chat.
No, I'm not scolding the chat. That's probably not the right thing to do right now. I should, what we haven't talked about? We should probably, before the end of this, we should probably quickly talk about the dual color system in some detail. Since that's
we should indeed. Me and Claire, we need to unwrap our little gift from Steve in the next 15 minutes.
Okay, yes.
So we'll do that as well. So we've probably got about 15 minutes left of the stream, guys. So I'll tell you what we'll do. If we'll pull the result of this vote in a minute, then probably we'll wait about 5 minutes. And if you guys want to tweet out, hey, it's coming, come on, encourage people to kind of get in here, to kind of come and get their code, and then we'll give that code away in about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes kind of after that. So this is your last chance to vote. If you want us to release a blue silent, then !vote space 1. If you want buzzer, one of the gangers, !vote space 2. If you want the TARDIS, !vote space 3. Okay, and that's kind of dinging. Okay, I'll better get myself into a mission. So Lee, tell us about the dual color system.
I was about to say, well, it's going to take me a few minutes to try to work out how this code system works because I've never done it. I am terrified. I'm going to break this. While I'm doing that, you can open up the Prezi, the baby pose present. That's probably the time to do it.
Okay, cool. So what shall I end this vote now then?
You could do. I think probably enough people have voted. I can go make that, and you can open the baby shoes.
There are a few more people voting, so let's give them another just kind of 30 seconds. So while we're giving 30 seconds, just in 30 seconds, what's the plan for this week? What are you doing this week?
I'm going to be writing loads of story, and I'm going to be trying to balance this new dual color system that is being built because we have over 100. So the idea is there's a bit of discrepancy between the power of a character at the beginning of season 7 at the end of season 5, even though they level up through the same levels. When they hit their max level right now, which is 40, they will turn to dual color, and then they'll get another 10 levels to level up. So we're adding 10 new levels to grind through, and they'll become dual color, which means they will have a primary color and a secondary color. So their primary color, we've decided, will stay the same as their primary color now, because we don't want to break apart teams as soon as this comes in. But they will have a secondary color, and you min-maxes out there, people who really like to make the most optimal teams are going to be looking at these secondary colors to create even more powerful and new, unique teams out of the characters we have. Is the short answer.
Cool.
The longer answer is it levels the playing field for every single character in the game. That when they hit that level, they will all be very, very close in power, and then we can have a new power curve starting from season 5 as we add new content. Is the sort of longer answer, the more structural answer to this.
So let's find out. Grammar. Let's find out what the people have said. You, my friends, have voted for. Oh, it's a close one. 12 votes for the silent, 17 votes for the buzzer, and 160 votes for the TARDIS. I do have to say, this is an absolutely awesome idea. Have you guys enjoyed this idea of choosing your own giveaway? I think it's brilliant. I love it. I think we should definitely do this again. So it looks like it's going to be the TARDIS. So do you want to work on a little TARDIS code, and I shall ask Mr. Pose to join me up for a minute?
I will absolutely break this. Right, so I'm going to sign off here for 5 minutes to try to build it, test it, and then make sure I can give it away.
Cool. So I'll hang up on you, and I'll call you back in for about 10 minutes or so. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Mrs. Pose, would you care to join me from downstairs? And while Clary Pose comes up, I shall continue this little level here. So quick reminder of all the kind of usual stuff while we're getting these kind of codes ready for you guys. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitch, which is what you're watching right now. You can follow me on YouTube, and you can follow me on Facebook. And in all of those, it's whatever the web address is /TheAdiposeTV. So Twitch /TheAdiposeTV, Twitter /TheAdiposeTV. Would be great for you to kind of join me on those. We've got the website now, of course, TheAdiposeTV.com. We've got fan art on there, fan quotes on there, city quotes we've done, giveaway stuff. Oh yeah, let me remind you, assuming the baby isn't arriving, this Sunday, Civilization 5 giveaway. I'd forgotten about that one. That's going to be an Addy Gold giveaway. Civilization 5 is an amazing strategy game, and it's one of those games that tends to hold its price as well. So if you want to be within a chance of winning that particular game, come along on Sunday night for a copy of chance to win Civilization 5. One copy giving away. Obviously, everything is baby dependent, but we will give it. If we don't give away Sunday, then it'll be the next Sunday. Mrs. Post prefers not to be on stream, which I completely respect. So you'll be able to hear her, but you will not be able to see her.
I'm a disembodied voice.
Can you just count to 10? And I'll just make sure your microphone level is suitable.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's okay. Let me just turn it up just a little bit and turn the angle around a little bit. One more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think that'll do. So Steve-O says, this is a present from the whole posse.
I'm so excited about opening this.
Thank you very much. For those of you that don't know what's going on here, Mrs. Pose is very, very, very pregnant at the moment. And this is our first one. We're all very nervous. And the people in the posse, those of you that are here for our Doctor Who streams, but those of you that are also here for lots of our other streams as well, have kind of been getting regular news and updates and things like this. And it looks like they clubbed together. I believe this is quite a long distance parcel, isn't it?
This is a long distance parcel. I wonder if it actually says it comes from Australia.
But before that, it came from like America. I think he was telling us that he had to get it sent to him.
Oh, really?
And it got
So,
sent out.
America to Australia to England.
So this is officially
The best travelled baby present in the world.
more travel than I am. so thank you very much. People are saying you're awesome.
You're awesome. No,
she's-
you're awesome.
Oh no, you're awesome.
Well, you are on camera, so I suggest you open this on camera.
Okay, I shall open it on camera. I shall try not to show our address on camera.
Oh yeah, good
I
thinking.
could possibly avoid that.
This is very, very exciting.
We are very, 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 very excited. And for those of you interested in baby news,
There is none.
not yet.
It's still not here.
Not yet, but it should be coming right
It's a
soon.
little
Okay,
bit
we are
late.
opening. Thank you. Whatever this is, thank you so much. And I will care for those.
Unless it's like arsenic or something.
Yeah. If this is a poo in an envelope, then it's still a very well travelled poo. Then that'll be cool, right? I can't open it. What if it comes to like some sort of like tropical Australian disease? Do they have tropical Australian
I don't
diseases?
think so.
Okay.
They have poisonous spiders.
What if there's a poisonous spider?
Don't be opening in front of me.
Hang on, there's a note.
Ah.
Do you want to read the note?
Oh, I'd love to read the note, yes. Dear Addie and Clary, you have given my family and I laughs and new friends at the time when I needed it most. I'm going to cry. I'm too hormonal to read this.
Oh dear.
This gift is the least I can do to show my appreciation for what you do for us and thousands of other people.
Oh.
I hope you enjoy the gift. I think of it as a gift from the entire Posse family. Regards, Steve-O, Delibee and Abby. Thank you so much. That's so lovely.
Thank you, and it has been absolutely lovely. Like starting this kind of little community here. It was kind of an accident. We didn't know it was going to happen. It was a complete kind of offshoot of just kind of doing videos and stuff. But it's great. So do come in and hang out with us whenever we're doing it. Right, let's have a look then. So we pull it out together, whatever it is. Okay, just have to do it on
Oh,
stream.
so there's it.
There we go. It is.
Oh, it's wrapped in tissue paper.
It's wrapped in tissue paper. It's soft.
It's soft.
Some sort of clothing. Is it socks? Is it? It is tissue paper. He sent us tissue paper.
Thanks for the tissue paper. Oh, look at that! How cute! You hold that in front of the camera.
That's very, 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 very
it's
cool.
reversed.
Oh, so my camera's mirrored, so that looks weird. Baby fat,
Oh, that is so
baby
cute.
fat, baby girl. That is adorable. We love it. Although I'm not sure it's going to
Absolutely love
fit.
it.
I'm not sure it's going to fit. It's a little bit small on me, but
Yeah, I don't think it's for you.
Oh,
Right, baby, you need to get a move on and come out now so we can dress you up in
that's
that.
true. Well, I'll have to like delicately kind of place that on the bump. That is very, 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 very cute.
Oh.
We will definitely take a picture of Baby Pose when it arrives. In
the not too distant
in the
future.
not distant. In theory, we should be parents within like the next kind of week or so. I'll just hold that up again one more time, so you can kind of see a little baby grow, which is very, 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 very cool. So thank you so much
Thank you so much.
to
It's
Steve-O and
absolutely
to
lovely. We love it.
anyone else that was was involved with that. We do love that. Although apparently Baby's getting rather large, so we'll have to,
Well, I think that's probably an accurate
yeah,
description
so,
of what
so
is going
this
to
is
happen
this
to our
is
baby.
this is a good description. Although we might have to kind of maybe just turn the words around the other way.
We were never going to have skinny babies, were we?
We would not, but we're fine.
We're fine with that.
We're fine with that.
Thank you so much, Steve-O, and Steve-O's family. It's absolutely lovely.
Yeah, we really appreciate the support we've had from our online friends, and loads of people in the chat here saying it's adorable, or Addie baby, so cute, says Jennifer Heckle, or amazing, says New Guardian. It's just such a lovely community, and I think it's one of the lovely things about the Doctor Who community in general is that we can be talking about bashing Daleks 1 minute, Lee's drinking problems the next minute, and then talk about
How is Lee's drinking problem?
How is Lee's drinking problems? It's fine. He doesn't have a drinking problem. Can I just state he doesn't actually have a drinking problem, and I'm purely winding him up. But he has a beautiful bit of whiskey for his stream. So thank you so much for that. And as a reward, Lee's going to give you some of his money for part of his code. Thank you for joining us, Mrs. Pose.
Not at all.
And Mrs. Pose, of course, will be a big part of our Doctor Who show on Saturday. We'll need to think of a name at some point for those of you watching other streams. Clary has been playing some of the Doctor Who adventure game with me, which has been good fun. Jenny's suggesting that we get an Amazon wish list so other people can get stuff for the baby. We may well do that, but we never expect anyone to buy us things. But if you would like to, and that's the kind of thing that you would enjoy doing, then
I'm going to go and put this with the baby clothes all ready to wear.
So there you go, guys. It's going in the baby clothes pose pile. So thank you again. Right, let's get Lee back on, who says he has a code. He has a code. And a great idea for those of you that were involved in that one. He's back.
Hello.
It was a little baby pose outfit.
I saw it. It's adorable. That was amazing. That was so cute.
But very, 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 very cool. So how are we doing with a TARDIS code for the people?
Well, luckily, right when I went to run over to Susan's computer to type it in because she had left a window open onto the thing we need to do, she walked in so she could do it. So if this goes wrong, it's nothing to do with me. It's all her fault.
That's no fun.
Nice. That's not lovely. Yeah. So I have a code. The code is for 1 TARDIS. It is for 1 time crystal and for 1 team slot, 1 bonus team slot. So we thought that would be fun for people.
Wow.
Because people complain.
That's an epic
Well,
code.
when people said he didn't have a TARDIS, I'm like, oh, we'll throw a time crystal and a team slot in it because one of those will be good for somebody. Unless you have everything, then listen to my amazing voice.
Absolutely. So this is an epic prize. So one character, 1 crystal, 1 team slot. Very, very, very cool. Shall I put this code up on the stream?
I just texted it. I sent it on Skype. Yeah, we should put that up.
Cool. So a massive thank you to you, Lee, and Susan for this. This is a wonderful gift for the community. Stream bonus. Are people allowed to tweet this one out if they like?
Yeah, it's just there's only a few thousand uses, and it expires tomorrow. So it really is for just everyone here. If it gets out, that's okay. There's a few there to go out, but if you know people who want it, get it to them now because I'm not getting no guarantee that it'll be there, in any short time.
So tonight only. Here we go. Add title. Here we go. In fact, while I'm pasting this in, I'm just going to play my theme tune again because it's awesome.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not?
Try the team of the week. Yeah, the team of the week. Try the team of the week, people. It'll make you feel good inside.
And even more than making you feel good inside will be this little magical code here, which was not made by Lee, which means it will probably work. There we go. So let me read that one out to you, boys and girls. That is PCCH6494 TUHF 3448. And I will just paste that into the main body of the chat as well. In fact, Lee's already done so. So have fun. Go get your TARDISes. Go get your extra team slot, and go get your crystal as well. So Lee, you've got about 10 minutes left in the stream. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about, or tell us more about the dual color system, or anything, or
I think
your monologue?
Well, there's some bits and pieces. So, like I said, the dual color system is supposed to even out the characters, give us something we can use as a baseline going forward on a difficulty, because it became a bit uneven during the first 3 seasons, just a little bit. They're all totally usable, but they need to be equalized a little bit. We're going to be adding 3 new time fragments to the game that you will have to hunt to level them up. A little bit of collecting in season 5. We won't make them too rare, but we do want to gate it a little bit. So it's all coming together, and should be done in something like, what's the date today? Is it like 4 weeks today? Yeah, about 4 weeks now. We have to rebalance every single character in the game.
For the dual color thing.
Yeah. So we'll have to go through and there's some choices we have to make. I don't want to fundamentally change what the characters do because it breaks teams apart. But then again, we have to make sure that they're all balanced. So what we might do is go through, and if some character has, in 3 turns he does something, and it used to be 7 turns and just gets less and less every time he upgrades. We could put in a thing where it's stronger but slower, and we try to balance it that way to give us some breathing room on some of these characters, because we do want them to keep evolving upwards. So even if their skills aren't exactly the same as they were before, we'll try to keep them very, the purpose of the character in a group the same. and not change things too much.
Have you thought any more about? I think we talked about this the other week. Have you thought any more about allowing people to upgrade their characters quicker by using crystals and or fragments? For those of you in the chat, I asked Lee the other day because I've got loads of characters and a bunch of them are on high levels and a bunch of them are on low levels, and I kind of like a quicker way of leveling them up, and I don't mind kind of paying for it. But I asked Lee about it. So what do you think?
Yeah, well, I asked the tech team, and they said it shouldn't be that big a problem to do. To add that, and so definitely something we're looking at. You know, it was always something we didn't really want to do because it felt a bit weird having people pay to bypass the content of the game. But now we have 100 characters. It's a bit silly to ask people to grind those up if they do want to bypass that a little bit. So I think adding that to the upgrade system is probably something we really should do, and it seems like something is practical. I don't know if it's definitely in for 2.2, but I will ask because the code team is cranking on stuff. We have some really big things coming up, like the Humble Bundle thing. There's a couple other things coming up. Susan's been doing on the side as business development sort of work, and they're pretty cool. They were shockingly good. Some of the things she signed up, some really cool big partners across the world. So we have a little bit of that stuff to do and a load of building tech to do. So it's when we can get it in the queue, but hopefully soon. And
just to confirm, because someone was asking about this earlier, although the Humble Bundle code I think is labeled as an Android thing somewhere, the code it's a code for the doctors, isn't it? And that actually works on.
I believe it works on all platforms. I don't think even though it is specifically for that, I don't think we can constrain the use of codes. Is it like a checkbox to say which platforms it can be used on? But that one, I don't believe we checked, and it can be used on all platforms. So if you go in there, grab the comics, all for pretty much $0, you can get some really fun stuff to grab. But I do suggest supporting IDW and supporting the the charities.
And you can also, and I've done this for some of my mates. If you watch me on Wednesdays with Posse Up, you can buy yourself a Humble Bundle, and you can also you can gift it to someone else and put their email address in. So if you've got a mate that you've been trying to persuade to play the game for ages and they've been umming and erring and saying a maybe, why not give them a little push by gifting them a kind of version of the Humble Bundle, and they'll hopefully kind of pick it up, and you've got a new friend to kind of play with and kind of exchange ideas with. So again, that's humblebundle.com, and bizarrely it's the book one, because it's actually a comic book bundle, but it happens to come with a code that will work for the game as well. All right. Cool. Well, I think that just about wraps up tonight's stream. I have continued my little journey through Season 7. You have chosen your giveaway. We have opened our wonderful little gift from the chat. Any final thoughts or anything else you'd like to plug before we go, Lisa?
If you haven't signed up for our newsletter, you might want to do so. It's been shocking how many people have been signing up. We're getting like 2,000-3,000 people a week signing up, so it's gaining some momentum, and I'm not sure from where. But do sign up. We do give things away. It is something we put a lot of love into every week to keep people up to date. So it's worth a read. It's not. I don't think it's spammy. If it is, you tell us. We'll stop being so spammy. And if you do have any thoughts on anything I've said today, if you have any comments, I do need a name for the epilogue. We need to name this stuff. I need some thoughts. Send it to the support.
I've already given you several perfectly viable options, Lee.
I know you did, and thank you for those. They will be mixed into the pile. But do drop support. Support at tinyrebelgames.com. We listen to everything. Every email that comes in, we read. The weirdest, most wonderful thoughts come in there. We read every single one of them. So do drop us a line if you want to help contribute to anything to do with the stuff we're building. We're listening.
It's so unfair that you have this like cool game that you can do a newsletter on. Like if I was to do a newsletter, it would be like, woke up, had some bacon, fed the cat, went to work, didn't really like it, came home again. I'm not sure people will go, oh, I'm looking forward to the latest Adipose news stream. It's going to be amazing.
I wonder how he did his eggs this morning.
Well, yeah, exactly. Maybe that would be like one of those like so bad it's good newsletters, or maybe not. Maybe it would just be bad. Oh dear, I'm about to die. No killing Addy. Don't kill Addy.
Well, today has been wonderful, and I want to thank everyone who turned up for listening to us banter ridiculously for 2 hours.
Well, the stream has grown and grown. I mean, as far as I know, we weren't on the front page of Twitch today, which is great, and we've still had over 350 at various points. So these are all genuine viewers. So thank you so much for giving up a bit of your day to spend some time with us, playing and chatting. And we hope you have had a great time. In fact, shall we find out if they have had a great time? Did you have a great time? Question mark. Option 1 will be it's like chocolate without calories. Option number 2 will be
it's like chocolate with calories.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's like calories without chocolate. They're the 3 choices. You have to.
It's like Aldrich. Option 2 is going to be it's like Aldrich.
It's like dark chocolate, milk chocolate, or white chocolate should be the three choices.
A combo, like one of those 3-bird chickens, three bird dishes. So okay, so option number 1 is yes, it's like chocolate without calories. Option number 2 is no, I hated it. It's like Aldrich. We need one that's completely indifferent. I am emotionlessly disconnected. No, that's far too long. Chocolate with calories. I can't. I need to like make my line bigger because I can't actually fit in chocolate with white chocolate and left chocolate. That's not even a type of chocolate.
There's the quote of the episode. Left chocolate? That's not even a kind of chocolate. Somebody go tweet that.
Left chocolate. Did you have a great time? Option 1, it's chocolate without calories. Option 2, it's like Aldrich. Option 3, left chocolate. There we go. Start vote. What do you think? Did you enjoy tonight's stream? Did you enjoy tonight? Oh, apparently it's Adric, not Aldrich. Oh man, you know, I think I'm confusing like Aldrich and Fenric from that wonderful Sylvester McCoy episode. Not that they sound really anything like each other, but we'll have to find out. I love this voting thing. It's just going to be so cool. Anytime any of us have any stupid questions at all, we can just put it to the vote, or even sensible questions.
You wonder why Twitch is having bandwidth issues when everyone who has a channel is running these little votes and spamming servers, and the chat channels are going crazy. Like, which cheese is the best one? And 15 million people are voting on the best type of cheddar. And that's why Twitch is slowing down today. It's not.
I think
it's not your shiny head. It's these questions.
The best type of cheddar is actually a very important question. I think we've just decided next week's theme.
Aged English is the answer.
Well, there haven't been many Doctor Who cheese-related storylines, and I think that's possibly an oversight.
I think that's a gap. We should put together a community email to the BBC suggesting.
Well, technically, you are now a writer for Doctor Who, so you now have the ability.
I don't think that's at all remotely correct, but I could actually write a cheddar-based episode if I wanted to, which is very loosely connected to the Doctor Who universe through the game.
Well, you do. I mean, when you write your Brigadier thing, you're going to have to put the word Huzzah in there somewhere. You know, when they finally meet the Brigadier, they're like, "Oh, we found you," and they'll be like, "Huzzah!"
I meant to mention this earlier. I'm going to leave with this. And I'm leaving. But here. It's really hard. It's really hard to write some of this stuff. So I started writing this last night. I wanted to work backwards. I needed a scene where the Brigadier met all the Doctors for the first time. Like, he comes out of the paradox, and he's standing there in front of all these regenerations. Oh, you know, a few of them he knows, but all of them he has this sort of connection with. And it was, how do you write those first words? What are the first words the Brigadier says when he walks out of this and sees the universe collapsing around him and all the Doctors standing there? And it's tough. It's tough stuff. It's a lot of pressure on you. Like, I know it may not matter to 99% of the people listening to this, but it matters to me. So
of course it matters. But then again, the Brigadier is very like stiff upper lippy, isn't he? So I think his reaction would be a lot more measured than you might expect.
Well, that's the sort of way I'm going. But yeah, this stuff. I was nearly in tears trying to write this stuff. That's what happens at 3 a.m. when you're trying to write Doctor Who Brigadier lines. Don't do it.
Okay. Advice for life. Let's find out what they thought of the show.
No, let's not. I think we just set ourselves up for failure here.
98 of them said it's like chocolate without the calories. 11 of them said it's like Aldrich. And 22 of them said it's left chocolate. So there we go. So by a margin of about 2-1, they said it's like chocolate without the calories. Oh yeah. Which I think is pretty good. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. We are going to head off for the evening. Do come along to my Tapped Out stream, the final one on Saturday. But failing that, if you fancy some more Who's, the Saturday afterwards, book it in. 9 p.m. will probably be the time for that slot, but we will confirm that on our website, TheAdiposeTV.com. And of course, more Doctor Who Legacy this time next week. Of course, everything is baby dependent. Remember, you can follow us on all of our various Twitters and websites, and you see them kind of flying around during the chat. Thanks to Lee for joining us on this stream. It's been awesome having you here, sir. How's the whiskey bottle doing?
Oh, it's nearly empty, which means we've had a great afternoon.
This is true because it's evening for me, so I'd be sitting here swinging in the evening, but because you are actually, about 10 a.m. and
Yeah, I'm about to start my day. It's whiskey and cereal around the house today. Please
mooch down to the newsagents in your smoking jacket and slippers. The neighbourhood will love you. Or not. You don't have to. Apparently not.
Sorry,
He's gone.
I'm chatting to the community. I just said, thank you for being so awesome. Goodbye. Thank you for being awesome.
Goodbye. Farewell. I'm leaving. Right. Okay, take care, guys. You have been fantastic. And you know what? So will we. Bye-bye.
Team of the week. If you're out of luck and your strategy sucks and there's something new you seek, try the team of the week. Yeah, the team of the week.